BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
And good afternoon and welcome to the BallGame Blitz and Worthy Road Studios production on the Jackson Christian School Facebook of Jackson Christian Eagle Baseball. And today we've got one of the earlier games. It'll start at 3:30. It is the Fayette Academy Vikings against the Jackson Christian School Eagles. And two fine coaches for both of those teams. We'll tell you about them in a little bit. And, of course, Paul Schutzley, our executive director, is here. Alyssa is here. Bryson's here. We've got a good crew that's going to give you multiple shots on Worthy Road Studios. We've got replay today, and, of course, we'll remind you, if you missed it last night, my buddy Steve Beverly called a great game. He had the Jackson Christian and USJ game, and what a job he did on that one. And they had a real white knuckler at the end as McKinley Arnold came up, stroked a two-run home run to bring it close, but USJ won that one, unfortunately. And we're going to have all kinds of information for you. It's getting close to the end of the season. We will be back here on the 25th of April for a baseball game with Sacred Heart, and that'll be the last home baseball game as the Eagles will be on the road out at Southside in a classic, I guess you would call it, rather than a tournament, and playing in that before district play starts. The Lady Eagles, we'll have them tomorrow in softball. That's a 5 o'clock start game, and that'll be against Tipton Rose Academy, and they have a very good softball team. You'll want to stay tuned to Worthy Road Studios for the best in sports. Union University, I believe, will be on with baseball this weekend for sure, and, of course, we have some other teams that we do in football and basketball and coming on in baseball. We do boxing, funerals, weddings, church services, you name it, Worthy Road Studios has done it. Now, don't forget about our great sponsors, and this pregame show is brought to you by Great American Sports, and Ben and Wesley do a great job along with the rest of their staff. Go by and see them. You'll see our scoreboard, Thompson and Smith scoreboard, and a lot of good things happening here today. We've got about 7 minutes before it's game time. We'll also tell you the middle school baseball team has won the championship of middle school for the regular season. They'll start their tournament a little later, and what a great job they have done. Chuck Ray and the rest of the coaches down there, and looks like Brian Jones and Roger Smith to umpire today. Roger was part of an almost perfect called baseball game here about a week ago. And we see the umpires going. We'll try to judge what we're going to do here very quickly. We'll tell you the starting lineup for the Vikings just in case. Carson Klein will lead off and play third. Jacob Walker will play shortstop and bat second. Colton Carlson, he's the catcher. He hits third. The pitcher hits fourth, Luke Jenkins. Hayden Fry hits fifth and designated hitter. Matthew Kosar is the first baseman, hitting sixth. Hitting seventh, Jake Grant, the center fielder. Hitting eighth, Eason Wells, the second baseman. Hitting ninth, Mason Bargosas. He is playing left field and not batting but playing right field. Jordan Walker, the freshman. And we will give you Jackson Christian starters very quickly, but I can tell you pretty quick what is happening with them. Matter of fact, we may just go over their defensive lineup while we've got a minute. On the mound, obviously, is Austin Kelly. He'll be caught by Wyatt Jones. At first base, Daniel Green. Second base, Reed Cooper. The shortstop today will be Zach Creasy, and Braden Wilbanks will be the third baseman. Out in right field, Eli Terry. The center fielder, J.T. Mullins, and Easton Jones in left field. And that's the starters for Jackson Christian. What we're going to do is here on the Worthy Road Studios Network, we're going to take a timeout. And when we come back, as I see, looks like the battery for, meaning pitchers for those who don't understand all my crazy lingo. We'll come back with baseball while they have the coaches meeting and a few other things get taken care of. You're watching Worthy Road Studios Ball Game Blitz on the Jackson Christian Facebook. Don't forget, before I let you go, this game will be archived on YouTube, Worthy Road Studios page, and you can see it in perpetuity, meaning forever. Let's take that time out.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's. For your life.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
We are back here at Mural House Field on the beautiful campus of Jackson Christian School. Yesterday, J.T. Favera threw a gem for the Jackson Christian Eagles. He pitched a shutout, and the Eagles beat Fayette Academy 14-0. Favera, of course, was the victor. He went 5 innings, gave up no runs, 6 hits, struck out 6, walked only 1. And Walker was on the mound for Fayette Academy. We got to him early. He lasted 1 1/3 innings. He allowed 1 hit but 5 runs while striking out 1. Wells and Klein later relieved in that game. Daniel Green went deep in the 2nd inning. And you know what you say, Mr. Wilson, we need a new baseball. And then in the 5th, Carson Holt had a home run too. And, of course, we saw the one about a week and a half ago that he hit over the right field fence here. So 2 home runs hit yesterday. And the Jackson Christian Eagles collected 10 hits. Green, Reed Cooper, Wyatt Jones, J.T. Mullins all managed multiple hits. And we are proud of them. Carson went 3 for 3 to lead Fayette Academy in their hits. Tell you what we're going to do. We're just about, while you see them introduce the starting lineups for both teams, we're going to take another timeout, and when we come back, we'll be ready for baseball here on the Worthy Road Studios Ball Game Blitz Network on Facebook.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, Me and my dreams. Run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
And we are back here at Murrell Hassfield, ready for the top of the first. In the last two games, Jackson Christian Eagles are 1-1, having lost a game to a very fine Kirk Academy team out of Grenada, Mississippi, and they are loaded and good. But we had a good outing. We just didn't win that one. Yesterday, 14-0 over these same Vikings, but this is a new day. The head coach for the Vikings is Rodney Patterson, a very veteran coach, a good coach. His brother Steve Patterson, you folks here in Jackson will remember him from his time at Madison and Southside, also Lambeth and Gibson County. But Rodney has coached at Bartlett. He loves coaching there at Fayette Academy, although the rumors are this is his last year. He'll continue to teach, though, and he is a very good teacher. Chase McLean, our young head coach, who played and has been an assistant coach here, actually played on a state championship baseball team and an assistant coach on a state championship baseball team here. Carson Klein, the senior, will lead off. He plays third base, going against Austin Kelly, who comes into this contest with a record of 4-1. He's thrown 24 innings, got 20 strikeouts. He's given up 20 hits. The opposing teams are batting 198 against him. His earned run average is 227. He has no saves because he is basically a starting pitcher. Now, JT Favera, you say, well, Coach, you said JT. Yes, JT did come in last week and picked up a save. Did a good job with that. But Austin Kelly on the mound. We got Green, Cooper, Creasy, and Wellbanks in the infield. You've got Mullins in center. And, of course, you've got Terry in right field and Jones in left. Ready for the first pitch. Swung popped up. Green looks like he's got a bead on it. He tells everybody he's got it. Backing up. Great job by the sure-handed Daniel Green for the first out. So one down. That'll bring up Jacob Walker, the senior shortstop, wears number 3. Boy, Green's got to be feeling good. Home run yesterday. Gets the first out of the game on a tough pop with a high sky. Walker, a right-handed hitter, and this is Jacob Walker. That one a little low. Jordan Walker will not be hitting but plays right field today. On deck, Colton Carlson, the catcher. Swinging strike one. And that time Jacob Walker had a very healthy cut. Looks like the outfield straight away, infield at normal depth. Here's one hit on the ground. Back to Kelly. He'll run it part of the way, give the underhand toss. And you've got 2 outs in the inning. Score that one 1-3. That's pitcher to first. With 2 outs in the inning, coming up to hit number 23, Colton Carson, the catcher. Luke Jenkins, the pitcher. He's a junior. He'll be on deck. Carson is a senior. The Vikings dapperly attired in their red base uniforms with the black arms on them. There's a pitch over that outside corner for a strike. Austin Kelly also plays shortstop, and he's the quarterback in football. Kelly's pitch hit on the ground. Big hop to Creasy. He shoots to first a little high, but the advantage in the tag by Green is having Daniel Green. Maybe we should call him Stretch Green. 6-3 for the third out. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. The end of the score of a half inning of play, and we got the replay. Look at the fine glove work by Daniel Green. Only Paul Schultz in our replay could capture that. Let's take a timeout, come back, because that's almost too much excitement for me.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
At a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We are back, ready for the bottom half of the first. And y'all caught me with nachos. We got the best nachos around. Our concession stand there, it is second to none. They always do a great job here. Leading off will be Eli Terry. Zach Creasy will follow Austin Kelly. Cleanup man today is Easton Jones, followed by J.T. Mullins, Wyatt Jones, Carson Holt, Daniel Green, and Reed Cooper. On the mound, you see the right-hander, Luke Jenkins. He's a junior. Brian Jones behind the plate. Roger Page out in the field. And like I told you, Monlo Hodge and Roger were part of it. It's very rarely, I'll tell you, that umpires call a perfect or almost perfect game. There may have been, and it wasn't they were right on the call at home plate. And to be honest with you, other than maybe one ball strike being missed, and that's questionable too, I thought they were right. The other team questioned it a little bit. Those two gentlemen may have performed one of the best baseball games I've seen called since the late Billy Scribner called a baseball game. And Billy was pretty good at umpiring, refereeing, whatever, just being a great human being. We are ready for the bottom half of the first. Stepping in there, batting .318 is Eli Terry, number 6. He has 9 RBIs and 14 runs batted in. He is a threat to steal if he gets on first. Carson works towards the first base side of the pitching rubber on the mound. Here's the pitch, just missing outside. Bryson doing a great job with the main camera. We've got other camera angles, as you will see. There's one from our center field camera. That one got him, so Eli Terry is on at first. Hit by pitch. He, like I said, he is a threat to steal. And some words of wisdom from Roger Page to somebody. And Brian Jones, the umpire, stepped out. That brings up Zach Creasy. Zach, a great basketball player, but he's a great baseball player too, hitting .318, 15 RBIs. He has scored 21 runs. And again, missing just a little bit outside. Now again, watch the pitcher as he works towards that first base side of the rubber. I've seen him work from the third base, in the middle. It's whatever, pitching out of the stretch now. Just missing. The catcher turned around, and I hope all he said was, Mr. Umpire, how much did he miss by so I can adjust it. You say nice little things like that, and the umpires love you. It's better to say I'm looking forward, though. There's a good pitch. Looked like a breaking ball. Had a little spin on it. And the count, 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner on first, no outs, infield at double play depth. Here's one fouled away, and they'll even the count at 2-2, and you're going to hear a wind. Old Glory is straight away out there in center field, blowing in towards the dugouts. And here's a text to me, is the game changer working? We'll find out here in just a second. I don't think it is. It doesn't look like it's going to come up today. That's okay. We just won't have the pitch count. There's a I know you're there toss to first base on a pickoff move. We can get yesterday's game to come up, but today's does not seem to want to cooperate with us. That's okay. We can play ball without it. 2-2 pitch. That one, a breaking ball, definitely. It was outside, 3-2 with no outs. I don't know that Jace McLean, the head coach of Jackson Christian, will be running the guy. Actually, it's 3-2. Don't have to run, though, on this one because there's no outs, and he's not running. That's outside for a walk, and now runners at first and second with no outs. It brings up the dangerous Austin Kelly, who was on a tear for a while, then had one game that all the hits didn't come, and then he's back hitting the ball. And when you're hitting the ball good, sometimes it looks like a beach ball coming up there to you. When you're not hitting good, it looks like a BB coming up there. 2 runners on. Infield still at double play depth. Third baseman back a step off the grass. And that one a strike, and that's a tough place. The only place he could have hit that one would have been to right field. Don't think they're going to be bunting the number 3 hitter in the lineup, Austin Kelly. Big lead down at first. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike, and he had that cut. Now it's Austin's job to protect that plate. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Easton Jones, the left fielder, who hits .333, hitting behind him and in the hole over there. The 0-2 pitch. Got him. And that one, you put that in your scorebook as a backwards K. That means you took the third strike and didn't swing. So with 1 out, Easton Jones, the left fielder up there, as I told you, he hits .333, 10 RBIs, 21 runs scored. He has a chance to knock a run in from second. With a triple, he could get one in from first. Jump turn, they try and they throw it into the outfield, and the runners are going to advance. And it probably won't show up on the scoreboard. That is an error. Runners now at second and third. Terry at third. Creasy at second. 1 out. Easton Jones up there with no count. First baseman in, third baseman in. A nice pitch, too. Had some juice on it, a little movement. No balls, 1 strike to Easton Jones, wearing 22. Glad we are in the blue uniforms. I saw the white pants. I thought we might be in the all-white, and that one high. Paul Schultz is glad they're in the blue top uniforms. Alyssa is glad they're in the blue top uniform. Everybody is happy they're in the blue top uniforms. Easier to see the numbers. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, and oh, that hurts. It comes right off those shins in the knee area. And it shows my peripheral vision is hurting a little bit, and I haven't been able to look around, but I think it's a good friend of mine standing to my left here. And a swinging strike, and wow. Now bearing down is the pitcher, Luke Jenkins, and he has struck out 2 in a row with 2 outs. The left-handed hitting J.T. Mullins is there. And, Eric, if that's you off to the side of me, wave at me a little bit because I cannot see. It is. It is my buddy Eric Rowland. 2 outs. Hitters. J.T. Mullins wearing number 7. 1 ball count. Runners will be going with the ping of the aluminum bat. I still want to say and use wooden bats. Well, we'll see wooden bats here in Jackson this summer with a college league here. There's 1-1 pitch, and that, again, as I've told you many times, a tough place for a left-handed hitter to really hit that pitch for more than 218, according to the legend Ted Williams. The 1-1 pitch on the way. fouled off and now in the hold, and he's got to protect himself and his team after such a good start with 2 runners on. Wyatt Jones awaiting and saying, please save me a bat, JT. JT says, I'm trying. 1-2 count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Hit on the ground, beat into it, a worm killer. The pitcher will handle it. Underhand toss to first. 1-3 for the 3rd out. And Jackson Christian, after a promising start, goes down with no runs, no hits. There was 1 error in the inning and 2 men left on base. The score at the end of 1 full inning of play. No score between Fayette Academy and Jackson Christian. Let's take that time out.
We offer live webcasting for families. It kind of came out of when so many warriors were going overseas to war. We have learned to offer families more choices, that we want to serve our families well and serve our families better.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We are back out there and want to say, hey, out there, don't do a lot of this sometimes, but Candace Rowland, one of my favorite people, and there's a pitch inside for a ball, is probably watching in Knoxville, Tennessee. Her son Blake Rowland plays on the baseball and football team. Her other son, Lance, just had a fantastic year in football. Here's one driven to center field. JT Mullins on the horse but can't get there, and it gets by him all the way to the fence. It'll be at least 2, and this young man is digging like he's going for 3. They hit the relay man. The throw is going to be high and offline, and it is a stand-up triple for Luke Jenkins. The pitcher actually slid in. Thought he had it made stand up, and they must have told him to get down. But a triple sliding into 3rd. He will get a courtesy runner, and we'll pick up who the courtesy runner is in just a moment. As their roster, it's blowing so hard that I have got a lot of my notes and stuff weighted down, and you have to lift things up to get that. They're wearing number 4, looks like. There's a strike. Number 4 is Jake Grant, an 8th grader. So that is Grant running at 3rd with no outs. There's a pitch that misses, 1-1. JT did his best. The ball went to his right and kept being blown away from him, even though there's a pitch outside. If you see our flag out in center field, it is blowing hard towards right field. Winds will change at this ballpark. First pitch was thrown at 3:30 in a few seconds, but we are right on time. At bat, Hayden Fly, the designated hitter. So it's a 3-2 count to Hayden, who wears number 18, a right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch, swinging strike. 1 out in the inning. It brings up Matthew Koser. He's the first baseman. He's a senior. Playing first base today. Only 1 out in the inning. Jackson Christian deep at 2nd and 3rd. There's one hit to the shortstop. That'll score the run. Zach Greasy, crow hop step across. Bang, bang play. Got him by a step. But Fayette Academy has drawn first blood. They did not score yesterday. 2 outs in the inning. Jake Grant, the center fielder, he's a senior. He'll be up there. He hits left-handed and wears number 8. Line already pretty well wiped out close to the plate. He crowded the plate. Here's a grounder to Reed Cooper. The big hop over to first, and the out. 3 outs in the inning, but 1 run on 1 hit, no one left on base, and the score at the end of 1 1/2 innings of play. Fayette Academy 1, Jackson Christian nothing. Let's take a timeout on the Worthy Road Studios network.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
Well, you can hear the wind whistling in my microphone right now. I'm going to get it a little closer to my mouth so you don't have any trouble with that. 14-0 win yesterday for Jackson Christian. But right now, the Vikings are leading them 1-0. Wyatt Jones, the senior catcher, also linebacker, comes up to bat, hitting .277. He's driven in 12 runs. Jones, a tough right-handed hitter. His front foot just about even with the edge of the plate, and he's about 6 inches off of the plate, maybe a little less. That one outside, and you saw the dust fly with that great shot by Worthy Road Studios. Bryson, Paul, and Alyssa all working hard today.
Eric's working now.
Yeah, we're going to put Eric to work on the camera before it's over with. Yeah, no. Okay, Bryson has gone, and Eric's up there now. Yep. We have multiple cameramen.
Eric's a senior at Bradford, and Bryson's a senior at Madison.
Okay, good information. There's a pitch in the dirt. Bryson's a senior at Madison, and Eric, who's doing the camera now, a senior at Bradford, Tennessee, the home of Doodle Soup. It's the Doodle Soup capital of the world up there. Catcher wants to go out. They may have crossed each other up on the signs because didn't look like anybody expected what happened. In the hole over there, waiting to hit behind Wyatt Jones is Carlson Holt. Carlson had a home run yesterday. He's a very dangerous hitter. When he does get hold of one, you can have a tape measure job. 3 balls, no strikes. Does Wyatt Jones have the green light, or is he taking all the way? Here in the bottom of the second, outfield in a little bit and left. That's a walk. And the catcher, Wyatt Jones, walks. He'll be at first. Let's see if they give him a courtesy runner. It is a hot day, and it looks like there is going to be a courtesy runner. And it looks like the pitching coach wants to come out for Fayette Academy. And let's see, is that number 11, Jack Collins? It looks like Jack, yes, I can confirm that 11, and you know who that is from his exploits picking some passes off. Jack Collins, who also pitched some the other day against Kirk Academy. And let's see what's happening out there. Usually they don't make a change, but he may have a blister. Sometimes you can get a blister. They seem to be looking at a hand or something. Roger Smith has stepped in. And looks like changes already are starting to happen. Pitcher is leaving. Jenkins. He's getting some water. Let's see where he goes. There's the left-hander, 12 over on first, I presume. We'll have to pick up the pitcher's number. Let's see if we can get it on the follow-through. This is 5 pitching now. And we will check their roster and tell you who number 5 is. Number 5 is Carson Klein. And if I'd paid attention, Carson was playing in the field. He's already out there. So number 5, the senior, Carson Klein, is out there. Or actually, he is wearing number 1. This is 5 on the roster, so that's not Carson. 5 is Matthew Koser, and he will be pitching now. We'll have to adjust our scorebook. Unusual. And they've had a lot of injuries over there. Koser will come in from first base and be the pitcher now. The runner on first base, the responsibility of Jenkins. Kosar pitching. He'll pitch against Carson Holt. Holt, the DH, hits left-handed, can pitch, can play first base. You see the guard on his back foot as he's had some leg injuries. Nominal lead on first base. Jack Collins fleet of foot, and they're going to go to first. They know Jack can run a little bit. Jack picked off 2 passes that he took to the house plus some others during football season. And I do mean one of them was a big interception. He didn't take it to the house, but stopped a touchdown drive by a team. That pitch outside. And I don't know whether that was a blister came up or not on Jenkins' hand. Running, it looks like Jack's got it stolen with ease. Throw goes a little deep, and shortstop drops it into the outfield. We'll have to make changes. I think that's Jenkins at short. Now this one popped up, not what Carlson wanted on the outside. Second baseman wants to take charge. Now the pitcher's going to take charge, and the third baseman ran over him. And Paul, can we show that one again by any chance? That's one of those that you would say, like from the movie Cool Hand Luke, what we have here is failure to communicate. The young people won't recognize Strother Martin, but nice play by the pitcher to hold on to it after getting hit by the third baseman. And that's where you got to have good communication. 1 out in the inning. Runner at second on the stolen base. Daniel Green had a home run yesterday. And that time the off-speed curveball, and he took a little off the curveball, fooled Daniel. Daniel hitting .280 with 13 RBIs. Now, if the big man gets hold of one, we could be chasing the baseball down to the soccer field. Got under it. He threw the off-speed breaking ball again. Shortstop's going to call the third baseman off, rightfully so. There's 2 outs in the inning. Reed Cooper, the fine second baseman, good glove man. Had a game last week where he was 2 for 2, had a sacrifice bunt and walked, so he had a really good day. I believe that was against O'Brien County Central High School, but he's up there with 2 outs. We need a base hit or an error or walk to keep this one going. That one high, and they called a balk. So we'll get the runner advances to third on the balk. And that makes a big difference. Kosar balks. Now pass, ball, wild pitch, in addition to those things I named a while ago, will either keep the inning going or get a run home. Here's the pitch. Nice curveball. That one is one of those that you want to say fell off the table. It's kind of like when somebody's elbow accidentally drops one of Grandma's biscuits off the table. The 1-strike pitch on the way. Another breaking ball hit hard in the hole. The shortstop goes down to one knee. The long throw pulls him off the bag. I think I'm going to give him a hit, but we'll check the official score. The game tied at 1 now. It is a hit. So Reed Cooper comes through again, and that young man has been playing some great baseball. Jack Collins scores, running for Jones, the catcher, and back to the top of the order with Eli Terry, who has an on-base percentage of .537. Well, he got on his last time, but we left him stranded at third base. Eli wears number 26. That could be, let's see, although, let me check the roster, Paul. And 1-1 the count. We are checking on a jersey situation, left-handed hitter. There's the base stolen. Good job to get to second base, Reed Cooper. You can hear me thumbing through the papers. '26 is actually Caden Nanny in there as a pinch hitter now. It's Caden Nanny in the pitch low. No, this is Caden Nanny, and if you wonder who I'm talking to, our executive producer, we like to type the young men's names in on the home team. Caden is in there hitting, and he wears 26. I saw that 6, and I said, oh. There's a strike, so it's 3-2. 2 outs, runner at second. Caden Nanny batting in place of Eli Terry. Caden, a left-handed hitter. We'll give you some stats on him in a minute. He's got a .286 average, and he walks and goes to first. So Nanny here in the bottom of the second, on with a walk. This should bring up Zach Creasy, the shortstop today, normally plays third base. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and there's the breaking ball, and it looks like Kosar prefers to throw that breaking ball a lot. Somewhat like JT Favera likes to throw his breaking ball. Drill to right field. If it stays fair, we're going to have a track meet here. It'll be a 440 relay or 400-meter relay. 1 run is in. The second run is being held up at the plate. The throw is off. And it looked like a rugby scrum. We had so many people up there. So the tie has been broken as streaking to the plate was Reed Cooper. We now have runners on second and third after an RBI double by Zach Creasy, and that brings the pitcher to the plate who can help his own cause in Austin Kelly. The Nanny at third, wearing 26. Here's one popped up high out into right field. Right fielder comes on, makes the catch for the third out. But at the end of 2, Jackson Christian has taken a 2-1 lead. Let's take a timeout on Worthy Road Studios.
Ready for spring cleaning? Don't forget your HVAC system. Somebody needs to clean out all that dust and grime, and that somebody is us. Let McCoy's Heating and Air professionally clean your system so cool air can flow where it needs to go. Schedule now and you can get your cleaning for only $90. Call McCoy's Heating and Air at 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
In the bottom of the second, Jackson Christian ties it up, and boy, the wind is blowing. I mean, it has picked up. I got to find it. Top of the third now, but in the bottom of the second, Jackson Christian comes up with 2 big runs on 2 hits. There were no errors in that inning, but they did leave 2. Will those 2 come back to haunt them? We don't know. Austin Kelly on the mound. He's given up 1 run and 1 hit. We'll have to check and see if it's an earned run. We're ready to go to the top of the third. Easton Wells, the senior, should be leading off for the Vikings. Bergolgas would be in the hole waiting to bat. And it is 14, Eason Wells. Here's the pitch. That's a strike right over that outside edge. There's a little black rim around all the way around the plate, and it was right on it. That one outside gets past Wyatt Jones. And one of the men from the dugout will go over there and pick that up, give it back to the umpire. Outfield straight away. Here's the pitch. Missing outside. Right-handed hitter checked his coach, Rodney Patterson, out down at third base. High fly, and like I said, it's a high sky. Reed Cooper under it, and he is, well, you can almost bet money on that. Every once in a while somebody, but Reed doesn't make many errors. One out on the pop-up to second baseman Reed Cooper. Bergolgas is up there. Right-handed hitter, wears number 16. Fouls the first pitch off. He is the 9th man in the order, so that means the leadoff hitter, Carson Klein, will be up there. Next. One out. Well, that one had a little zip on it. Kelly threw the old number 1, the Von Ryan Express, down through there. The 0-2 pitch just missing, and it was tempting. He wanted to, but wisely held up. And that's a good thing to do. Foul tipped. We'll do it again. Bergolgas up there for the first time. Austin Kelly with a 1-2 count, one out, ready to throw. Swinging strike. Kelly gets him for the second out of the inning. Second strikeout in the contest. Carson Klein, he popped up his first time up there for the first out of the contest. Right over that black edge of the plate. Wind really wreaking havoc. We'll try to check it's a little low. No, the umpire said he didn't swing, and that's right. And that's the way to check. 88 degrees right now, or 83. 83, boy, that shows you I'm trying to do it with my peripheral vision. And a swinging foul ball. It's 83 degrees. The high is supposed to be 84. The low tonight, 50. I know you didn't come for that. Game started at 3:30. It's 4:09, so 39 minutes into this contest. 2 innings in the book. Ground ball to Austin Kelly. Fumbles it, picks it up, throws it to first. And it's a 1-3 for the end of the top half of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Now, at the end of 2.5 innings of play, Jackson Christian leads 2-1. Let's take a timeout on the ball game blitz. Fleet Feet, your locally owned source for the best shoes for school, work, running, and everyday comfort. They offer a 3D scan of your feet and professional fitting. Fleet Feet sells the top-selling brands Hoka, On Cloud, and Brooks. To add comfort to your spikes or other performance shoes, let Fleet Feet fit you for a pair of arch support inserts. Get the quality you want and the service you deserve at Fleet Feet in Jackson on Oil Well Road beside Walgreens.
Tired of going to the dealerships only to see empty spaces? Then come to Carlock Nissan of Jackson. We have over 60 new vehicles in stock and more coming in daily. You can see, feel, and of course smell that new car smell. Save up to $8,600 off MSRP on a new Nissan. Plus, special APR financing as low as 1.9%. It's all at Carlock Nissan of Jackson. You should already be here.
Back for the bottom of the third. We got Kosar on the mound. Jenkins started, but they looked like they were checking his hand. For Jackson Christian, this should be Easton Jones wearing number 22. Hit to the second baseman, soft liner. It was kind of high, but a soft liner for the first out. And that brings up JT Mullins. JT grounded out pitcher to first. His last time up. His on-base percentage is .384. He hits .286. He scored 14 runs. Left-handed hitter. They'll play him straight away. Third baseman on the grass. He can bunt, but he's not this time. Picks up that front leg sometimes and to get a little power and part of his stride. Kosar on the mound. Throws the breaking ball inside. JT pretty close to the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Outfield straight away. That one high. Good framing, though. The catcher tried to influence the umpire, which you should do if you're a good catcher. Sunny day with a high sky here. Breaking ball again inside, so a 3-1 count. JT Mullins, the fine center fielder up there. Walked him. JT's a threat to run, too. So JT Mullins walks, bringing up the catcher Wyatt Jones, who walked his last time up. Collins running for him, scored. Wyatt's on base percentage, .377. He has 12 RBIs. Good lead. Curveball, a great pitch to steal on. That one was high for a ball. Let's see if Kosar comes back with the number 1, the fastball down Main Street. And they're going to first, and they got him picked off. And you could see it right there. They got him picked off. Got caught leaning. He was probably going the way his feet were. So 2 outs in the inning now. Wyatt Jones up with nobody on. Here's the pitch. Curveball in there. And 2-1 to count. Kosar pitching. Here's the 2-1. Evens the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Wyatt Jones up at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike 3. That was the breaking ball. Tipped it, but the catcher held, so no runs, no hits, and with the pickoff, nobody left on base. And at the end of 3, we've got a 2-1 game with Jackson Christian leading the Vikings. Let's take a timeout on the Ball Game Blitz.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Mention BallGame Blitz Sports Network and receive a free gift. We are back here. Of course, Jordan Walker is now at first base instead of being in right field. We'll get the rest of those changes out of there. Paul Schultz, he's a great cameraman, even with his cell phone. Now, you can't hit that any better. It is Fayette Academy coming to bat, trailing by 1 here in the top of the 4th. Jacob Walker, who started out at shortstop, I believe he has moved to right field. We'll check it and see. He's the hitter, though. Wearing number 3, he's 0 for 1. You hear the wind whistling through my mic, and it is now blowing out towards left field. Old Glory is getting worked over with the wind. Here's one up and fouled off. And I'm glad I'm not playing outfield for either team today. Remind you of Thompson and Smith Insurance that brings you the scoreboard. That's the reason it's the Thompson and Smith scoreboard. 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs to the first hitter of the inning in the dirt for a ball, 2-1. Walker up at the plate. Wears number 3, hits right-handed. They're playing him straight away. Shortstop and second in just a little bit. And that will make it 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kelly's pitch swung on, hit a number to right field. Hard to play, catching it and making the out there. And that looks like Jack Collins has come in the game, and he is in right field. So 1 away.
You need to take a picture with the ball field behind you.
And we will have to check that. It looks like Jack is out there. We'll check the numbers. I didn't get when they didn't have the other numbers on or the white jersey. This one's foul, well played by the third baseman. Third baseman today, Braden Wilbanks, who can also pitch. They're going to move him off the line a little bit. It looks like he's about 10 feet away from that third base bag and even with it. 1 out in the inning. Colton Carlson up there to hit. That pitch a little high. Right-handed hitter, strong-looking young man. Jenkins on deck. That one high. Kelly really wants to get that one, this next pitch coming in here. And it's outside, the hitter's advantage at 3-1. He can choose to lay off a pitch. He's the third hitter in their lineup. Cleanup man Luke Jenkins coming up there. Here's one, an odd hop. Fielded, thrown by Wilbanks. Got him. Wilbanks to green. 5-3 in your scorebook for the second out. Brings up Luke Jenkins, who had a big triple. And the young man running for him, Grant, scored. Jenkins wears 22. On deck is Hayden Fly, the designated hitter. That one got the edge of the plate. Kelly ahead, 1 strike. Infield at normal depth. That one outside and breaking away from the plate. 1-1. Kelly's got his sign. This one well hit. Back. It's going to get off the wall. And Jenkins is going to have his double. I thought he was going to go for 3. He was held up. So he's got a triple and a double now. He's halfway to hitting for the cycle. You have to have a home run and a single to hit for the cycle. But now with 2 outs and a runner on second, strikeout victim Hayden Fly comes up there. Not much movement. Jackson Christian going to play him straight away in the outfield, normal depth in the infield. Good wide stance like DiMaggio for you old-timers used to have. Several young men in baseball now have that. Still holding at 83 degrees, and there's a few clouds in the sky now. Beautiful day for baseball. Pitch outside. Ernie Banks used to say it's a beautiful day or a wonderful day to play two. And today would be great, but we don't have a JV game. This one a little early. There's a lot of ACT activity and stuff like that going around the area. Those grades are important. 2 balls, no strikes to the designated hitter, fly, and now a swinging strike. And Fly wanted that one. He had a nice cut at it. Head may have pulled out of there a little bit, and he didn't see it at the end. You can hear it rippling through my mic, the wind. There's a swinging strike. And that high pitch, it gets up there, and it's oh so tempting, but whichever team you're on, you got to lay off that one. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a runner at second. He'll be going with the ping of the bat at second, Jenkins. He's a good base runner, too. That one got him. They pull the trigger, taking the strike. So, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base. Score still going into the bottom of the 4th. 2-1, Jackson Christian leads the Vikings. Let's take that time out on the BallGame Blitz Jackson Christian Network.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's body shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
You won't believe it, but my nachos just blew away with the wind here. And they were weighted originally. I want to say hey to Chuck Ray, who's the middle school coach and handling the concession stand on most days. Chuck is 29 in holdings, what they said. Now, if you want to buy that, here's Carson Holt. If you want to buy that, guess what? I got a bridge in Brooklyn I'll sell you. And we've got a very fine tennis player over there. I know whose daughter that is, and she is good at that. 1-1 the count. Matthew Kosar on the mound. Number 5 came in relief. Jenkins seemed to have either a blister or some type of hand injury. And Carson Holt has been hit with the pitch. He'll go to first. Umpires checking with him, make sure he's all right. Like the way they did it. Good mechanics by them. You'd be proud of them, Gene Moniz of the TSSAA. And the assigning officials around here, I know Brandon Pipkin does some of the assigning. Skip Jones does some. I'm not sure who else assigns. Here's one. Green got under it. High fly ball in the infield. Would have been a home run in a telephone booth, but it's the first out of the inning. Second baseman takes it. I know Daniel would like to have that pitch back. You dipped that shoulder a little too much and didn't drive it enough. That brings up Reed Cooper. Reed singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1 in this contest. He has scored one of the 2 runs for Jackson Christian. They go to first. And remember, Kosar picked off a young man a while ago. He has a good move for a right-hander to first base. Leading off is Carson Holt. They're going to throw again. I don't think Carson's running, though, because they don't want to take a chance on injuring that leg. Now, if it's a first and third situation, they might run Carson. He used to be, and he still is, gaining strength in that leg. Of course, Carson's mom played basketball for myself and Richard Foster at Northside. His dad, a very good athlete. Here's one breaking ball. Reed got out in front of it. Reed Cooper, the hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Carson's sister Carly sitting out softball this year because of an injury from basketball. She'll be back with both sports next year. And Chuck Ray, the birthday boy we talked about, he's older than 29. We just don't know how much. His middle school team, though, won the middle school baseball regular season championship. They'll be playing in a tournament. And they go back to first. Wished I had the pitch count because we've had a lot of tosses to first today. They don't count in the pitch count, but still is wear and tear on your arm. 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground. Could be 2. It gets through, though. One of those seeing eye singles. So with runner, and Reed is 2 for 2 today. Good job, Reed. Now let's see who comes up there to hit. And actually they are going to hit. This will be the third person that has hit in this slot. This is going to be Jack Collins, the left-handed hitter. Here comes the pitching coach. Let's see if they make a switch, and they are. They're bringing the infield in, or at least I may be jumping the gun, but let's see if they do make the switch. This is also the first base coach for the Vikings. And we'll see. Umpire Brian Jones says, gentlemen, we cannot address postcards, and we cannot share our stories by each person. Only one person allowed to share a story, and they're going to break the huddle up. Looks like Kosar is going to stay on the mound. Thought for a minute they might bring the first baseman in. But with 1 out, runners at first and second. Number 11, Jack Collins, has come to the plate to hit. Jack batting .167, but he has 8 stolen bases. You know why he ran a while ago. He's a junior. He scored 14 times. And let me tell you, this guy is a very good defensive back. Left-handed hitter. See if he's bunting. Third baseman's in at the edge of the grass. There's the fake attempt to second. You can do that without balking. Remember, we've had 1 balk already in this contest. 2-1 the score. There's 1 out in the inning, 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. And that one had a little breakage on it. Collins didn't like the looks of it. 0-1 to count. 1 out. Those 2 runners, shortstop really holding the runner at second on tight. Fouled off, and now Collins in the hole, 0-2. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. Bounces, and great job by the catcher. He did a super job. Colton Carson stopping that one. The shade from the trees just starting to come into right field. The rest of the field still under the sun. Fouled off, hanging tough with a 1 ball, 2 strike count is Jack Collins. On deck, Zach Creasy. Collins, a very good defensive player, can be a good hitter right now, hitting below the Mendoza line. Popped up. If it's fair, it's the infield fly rule. It is. The batter is automatically out. Runners advance at their own risk. And there are 2 outs. And the infield fly rule is really for the protection of the hitter as much as anything. Collins pops to the first baseman, Walker, and that brings up Zach Creasy, who doubled his last time up there, and Jackson Christian needs a hit right here from Creasy to plate at least one. There's the curveball for a strike. And again, Kosar varies the speed on his breaking ball. Might have been closer to a changeup then than a breaking ball. The 0-1 pitch ready to come. There's the jump turn, and very safe. And when I say very safe, meaning he got back there very quick. No problem. 2 outs here. Vikings want to get out of it. There's the breaking ball. It came across maybe a little higher than shoulder level. Only the umpire really knows. It was close enough. It was probably a strike. So it's 0-2 with 2 outs. Zach Creasy, the hitter. This one is going to hook foul. Had plenty of distance. Had a very good chance of getting down if it had not been pulled foul. Roger Page, the base umpire, gives him and we need to pick up that baseball and I don't think anybody sees it. The left fielder did what the umpire said, throw it in. Here's one driven to center field, but the center fielder looks like he's got a beat on it. Coming over, makes a good running catch for the 3rd out of the inning. There was no runs on 1 hit and 2 left. The end of 4, it's 2-1 Jackson Christian over Fayette Academy. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian Worthy Road Studios Network.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
We are back here as we go to the top of the 5th. Fairly quick-moving game. This game started at 3:30. And according to my Apple cell phone, it is 4:34, so we've played an hour and 4 minutes. It's a 2-1 ball game. 2 runs, 3 hits for Jackson Christian, 1 run and 2 hits for Fayette Academy. Fayette Academy comes to the plate. And it looks like Matthew Kosar, the pitcher, will lead it off. He's 0 for 1 officially today. Here's a ball hit up the middle. Fumbled by Creasy. Throw hop step. Goes to first. Got him by a step. Wow. Bang, bang play. One out in the inning. That brings up Jake Grant, the senior center fielder. Wears number 8, hits left-handed. This game moving right along. Infield at normal depth, outfield straight away. Low, the pitch. It was low and inside. Trying to get that right at the knees on the inside where it's tough for left-handed hitters. It's not impossible to hit, but it's pretty tough. That one high. Kelly falls behind 2 balls, no strikes, with 1 out to Jake Grant, who grounded out his first time up at the plate. This one fouled off, making it a 1 ball. Now what the umpire signaled, unless I missed one, and the scoreboard do not agree, so we'll try to straighten this one out. Here's the pitch, swinging, strike 2. So it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, got him. Didn't have to wait for the umpire on that one. It's a strikeout. Second out brings up Eason Wells. Looks like third strikeout by Kelly. This one should be fouled off. Brian Jones behind the plate. Roger Page, also a veteran baseball official. Roger is, or basketball. Always love the games Roger worked for me. That one a strike, so quickly 2 strikes on the hitter, Eason Wells, who's 0 for 1 after popping up his first time at bat. Outside, waste pitch, teasing pitch, whatever you want to call it. Try to make him go for one you don't want to go for. Just outside, and you see the Jackson Christian guys heading off the field. That one just missed, and it probably did. You could say the deuces are wild with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Usually you say it with 2 runners on. High runs the count full with 2 outs. Comes the payoff pitch, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The target is outside and just misses, and the hitter walks. So Wells goes to first. Bergogas coming up there, playing left field, wears number 16. Was a strikeout victim his first time up. Infield just wants to knock it down and get a force at second or first. Jackson Christian will take the strikeout 2. Ball 1. Fayette Academy will take a hit, a walk, hits batsman. They would love an error. They just want to get runners on and a chance to tie this game up or take the lead. 1 ball, no strike pitch. Just missing. And now I want to say, and I'm not keeping it because I don't have my game changer to help me with it, I think he's thrown 5 straight pitches out of the strike zone, he being Austin Kelly. So a 2 ball, no strike count. Runner at first. Let's see if he gets a little bigger lead. And they chase him back, and that was more of a calling card. I know you're there. Somebody want me to give the Panama Beach. There's a swinging strike. Panama Beach temperature. We're not there. It's still 83 degrees here in Jackson. We'll be at the softball game tomorrow. Jackson Christian playing Tipton Rosemark. The 2 ball, 1 strike pitch. No, it's the pickoff on the jump turn. Eason Wells at first for Fayette Academy. Everybody for Jackson Christian at normal depth. Here's the pitch. Gets away from the catcher. And the runner will go to second. That is a pass ball. Runner now in scoring position. And that doesn't usually happen with Wyatt. Here's the pitch. And it's low, and that puts 2 runners on, both via the walk. And I think, yes, I see him coming out of the dugout. Chase McLean is coming out, the head coach. And I don't know. And you can't always see our bullpen because of the dugout if he has been warming up. I know the middle school who won their championship, I just saw a baseball in the air. That you can see there is somebody throwing down there. I don't have JT's exact pitch count from yesterday. There is a scenario he or Carson Holt, either one could. Now, Carson Holt can relieve today. And actually, that was a day ago, so JT may have some pitches left that he could throw because that game only went 5 innings. Little two-out trouble here for the Eagles in the top of the fifth, and it came from the bottom of the Vikings batting order. Up to bat should be Carson Klein, the senior. There's a swinging strike, and that is Klein wearing number 1. He is 0 for 2 today. Kelly's pitch just missing, and where he was getting the corner early in the contest, now he is starting to miss the corner just a little. And that one may have been a little low. The 1-1 pitch on the way. Drilled to left field. Left fielder coming on. Oh, it hits down. And they're going to hold the runner. We fielded it, but sometimes if you hesitate and the sacks are jammed. Wells at third. Bergogas at second. Klein at first. And that brings up Jacob Walker, who's 0 for 2 today. Sacks jammed. Pitch high. Ducks on the pond if you prefer. Outfield straight away. Plunked him, and this is a tie game. And when I say plunked him, that means you hit the batter. Everybody moves up a base. And we've had a pass ball, a plunk batter, and it brings up a very strong young man, the catcher, Colton Carson. He may be 0 for 2, but this young man is capable. Tie ball game at 2-all. Kelly's pitch just missing, and like I said, early in the contest, he was getting that ball right over that outside edge of the plate. 2-0 count. Let's see if Rodney Patterson puts the automatic take. You don't think he probably's got his third place hitter with the green light, and he did. Swinging strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded. 2 outs in the inning. The pitch. Drilled. Third baseman's got it. Wilbanks. That'll end the inning. But they did score 1 and tie this game at 2. Let's take a timeout on the Jackson Christian and BallGame Blitz Network.
Downtown is thriving, and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Carlac Prestige is not your typical used car dealer. We have everything from a Porsche to this, and lots more. We inspect and repair all our vehicles. Ask us to prove it. We will.
Carlac Prestige, Van Drive, Jackson.
Back at Mural House Field, where the wind at times is whipping up. Now it was blowing straight in. Now it's blowing towards right field, and it has been a tough wind. We've got a tie ball game here. 2 runs and 3 hits for both teams. Both teams have missed taking advantage of some situations that could have put them out in front. Mind you, please support our sponsors. You get these games where the National Federation charges you per month to watch games. You get these games on Worthy Road Studios, the Jackson Christian Facebook, and on YouTube archived for free. Great American Sports, Mitchell's Body Shop, Jackson State Community College, Dynamics Physical Therapy, Jones Chevrolet, and the Blacksmith Restaurant are just some of those great sponsors that bring you this. We see the pitch, the warm-up pitch thrown down. And I've got, it looks like on the mound now is number 1. That is Carson Klein. So Carson Klein with his first inning of work. His first pitch is a ball. Here's one drilled to right field. If it gets down, and it does, it'll get all the way to the wall. Rounding first is Austin Kelly. Headed to second for a stand-up double will be Austin Kelly, the pitcher. Austin's in good shape, but he's been pitching. Let's see if we use, and we are going to use the courtesy runner. Big double for Austin Kelly. Now, if somebody can get this runner in, well, let's see. Looks like Austin is going to stay. That tells me there could be a relief pitcher. Austin's going to run at second, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a relief pitcher in the bottom of the, or the top of the inning, actually. 2 runs and 4 hits for the Eagles. Up to the plate, Easton Jones wears 22, hits right-handed. Easton hits .333. This one up in the air. Let's see if Kelly tags. I don't think he'll try the center fielder's arm, but he'll fake it and come back. No, he's going. And he made it. Wow, he faked everybody in the ballpark off, including yours truly. That turns it into a sacrifice fly for the first out, a runner at third. And Austin Kelly represents the go-ahead run with J.T. Mullins coming up there. J.T. is 0 for 1. He walked and then got picked off. But I tell you what the young fella can do. He can drop bunts too sometimes. Let's see if he's bunting. No, he picks that foot up, gets away from the catcher, and Kelly's going to come to the plate and makes it by a full step, and he gets the lead back. So you got a wild pitch that scores Austin Kelly, and he did all that is on his own. And like I said, there is activity in the Jackson Christian bullpen for the top of the 6th. 3-2 your score. And that time Collins showed bunt, drew it back. 2 balls, no strike count. Third baseman at the edge of the grass, and that time he was hitting away. There was no bunt even coming. J.T. Mullins, the left-handed hitting center fielder, and he walks on 4 pitches. J.T. is a threat to steal. J.T. has 5 stolen bases, but I believe, if I'm not wrong, he's 5 for 5 in stolen bases. Wyatt Jones, the fine young catcher, who's a senior, though I say young, but compared to me he is. This one outside, and J.T. going, and he's got it made in the shade. So J.T. now at second in scoring position. Wyatt Jones, the catcher, he also doubles as an unlicensed chiropractor when he plays football. 277 hitter with 12 RBIs. Outside, he has been hit by pitch 4 times this year, I believe. Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a talk to Carson Klein, the new pitcher who wears number 1. Jones, a senior, very articulate young man. He and a couple of other guys, along with Coach McLean, always have the stats here for me, and we appreciate it. That's a great class. They know how to do every kind of graphic there is. I wish they'd had stuff like that when I was in school. Jackson Christian, outstanding institution of academia. Makes me even want to take, I believe, Jason Shelton either teaches speech or he teaches religion, and he could do both. But speech, I would love to be in Coach Shelton's class. He'd probably give me an F, though, because I talk too much. Oh, he puts time limit, very good, and he's a great athletic director. Former coach at Freed Hardeman, of course, he got to work with the master himself, Don Meyer, and he and I and a lot of other people have a Great love of the late Coach Don Meyer, winner of over 900 ball games. There's the pitch, but that one is in there for a strike, and I'm going to tell you what, I believe Wyatt Jones is ready now. And he was taking all the way then. 2 ball, 1 strike count with a runner at second, 1 out in the inning. And that one just over his head. 3-1, he's set to go. Chase probably has given him, if it's a good one, you got the green light. If not, then take it and let's see what happens if you don't like the looks of it. Here's the pitch. That one was a strike. I would have possibly thought it was inside, but trust me, it was a strike. 3-2, 1 out, runner at second. Klein on the mound for the Vikings. Curveball, and it didn't break, stayed high, and we've got runners at first and second. Wyatt has now, that's his second walk in this contest. He was 0 for 1 coming. Carson Holt, he was hit by a pitch his last time up, popped up his first time. Now this young man, and we'll have a courtesy runner. We'll pick up the courtesy runner in just a moment. Carson Holt had a home run yesterday. He is capable today. They'll pitch him very carefully. And that one, a ball. Personally, I wouldn't want to be facing Carson right now myself. But this young man, Klein, he can do it. This one looks inside. Jackson Christian's last home games against Sacred Heart. And that one gets away, and we're running. Throw is high to the outside. We fake it, but we're not going anywhere because that one didn't get far enough away. That would have been not sudden death. It would have been instant death if we had run on that one. Would have taken us out of a big inning. Running the bases now, A.J. Hastings wearing number 12. He's a sophomore outfielder and right-handed pitcher. And this second trip by the pitching coach, because I know the difference between he and Rodney Patterson. Rodney, a great coach at several schools. It looks like we're going to have a pitching change, and Rodney is going to come out of the dugout now. Stops at the first baseline, proper. It looks like we've got an arm hurting, and we may get unlimited warm-up pitches if nobody's been warming up. We'll check the roster. Looks like Eason Wells now on for them. Eason Wells now the pitcher. Klein trying to throw some pitches to see. There evidently is some pain, although but Eason Wells will at least face this man. Okay, Carson Klein, the senior, wearing number 1. Of course, Wells is also a senior. He inherits a runner at third base with 1 out. It looks like Klein is headed towards the outfield. And this has been the story part of this year for the Vikings, who are hanging tough, just trailing 3-2. We'll also have a runner at second, Hastings. But they've had a lot of injuries. Now, if they can get everybody healthy, they can still be a factor in the playoffs. And I like to do this. Remember, our middle school baseball team has won the regular season middle school league around here. Some of our football coaches and people coming by. The legendary Lambeth running back and our great strength coach and teacher and coach here, Alan Irvin. Carson Holt at the plate. You also, if you are Eason Wells, inherit a 3-ball, no-strike pitch count. Outfield deep in right field, shading the center fielder, straight away, although if Carson hit it down the left field line, he could run forever. And that's ball 4. So the sacks are jammed, and like I said, I'm like Ron that used to do the Generals game. I like to say ducks on the pond, but we got 3 ducks on the pond. JT Mullins at third. Hastings, the runner, at second for Wyatt Jones, and now Carson Holt at first. And that brings up Daniel Green, who had a home run yesterday, strong hitter. And this one is fouled off, and Daniel was way out in front of it. Eason Wells on the mound. Daniel hitting .280 coming into this contest, has 13 RBIs. He would like to add to that total now. It's going to take a lot of patience. This young man does not throw as hard to the plate. There's a ground ball. If it gets through, it's going to mean 1 for sure. They're going to try 2. It's fumbled out in the outfield. 2 in for sure. They've got to play at third, and a good job by Holt to get the run down. He'll change directions, and there are 2 out. But I'm going to tell you what, Holt did the right thing. He got the run down. We're going to see a replay of this one, I believe. Daniel Green comes through with the big single, bingle, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to give him a couple of RBIs. And it brings up Reed Cooper, who's 2 for 2 today. 2 singles. Reed wanted it, and it was right at the shoulder blades. But wisely, that's not the pitch he wants to hit and drive. Daniel Green running at first. And Daniel Green now 1 for 3 hitting. Here's the pitch. Pop just over the infield. Center fielder comes on, makes the play for the 3rd out. But again, Jackson Christian has picked up 2 runs, taking the lead of 5-2 over the Vikings. We'll be back on Worthy Road Studios in the Jackson Christian Facebook network.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in teen sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your teen sports. You can email or call us for all your teen sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's. For your life.
We are back. We're ready for the top of the 6th in a white knuckler of a ball game. 5-2. The Eagles have put some runs on the board to get out to that lead. You see strike 1, Austin Kelly. I thought maybe when they let him run for himself, but it's a good thing they did. He did a great job, and he's thrown a 2nd strike. He got a long rest, which will help because he had just been missing just a little bit. And that one high, I think I'm going to have to get a windscreen for my mic before this is over with, the way it's whipping around and blowing around here. Batter steps out. This is number 22, Luke Jenkins, and he's had a triple and a double so far. He's 2 for 2. Junior. That one got him on the strikeout, and that one tailing away from him was a breaking ball for the 1st out. That may have been one of the best pitches. Austin's thrown a lot of great pitches, but that may be the best one that he has thrown. 1 out, Hayden Fly, the designated hitter up there. He's 0 for 2. Right now he has a 1-ball, no strike count. On the ground at the 3rd baseman. Crow hop step by Will Banks hits the 1st baseman Green for the 2nd out. brings up Matthew Kosar, who pitched but was relieved by Klein. And Klein was relieved by Wells. Kosar is 0 for 2 today with a couple of ground outs. Here's the pitch. Just missing. Ball 1. 2 outs in the inning, nobody on. Everybody at normal depth. The 1-ball pitch popped up. And it's going to be. Did that hit us?
Why didn't you catch it?
It hit us. Our cameraman didn't catch it.
Come on, Eric.
Error on Eric on the roof of the mobile studio. 1 ball, 1 strike count.
You got an error, Eric.
Grounded to the first baseman, Green. It hops up at the last second. He takes it. 3 unassisted. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. Going into the bottom of the 6th, Jackson Christian leads 5-3. Let's take a timeout on the BallGame Blitz and the Jackson Christian Network.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Looking for a new and exciting career? At Jackson State Community College, we offer nationally recognized, top-rated programs designed to greenlight your career for success. With courses available in the health sciences, nursing, computer technology, and much more, your next step towards a career starts here at Jackson State. Learn how Jackson State Community College can greenlight your future at greenlightyourfuture.com.
Going into the bottom of the 6th, Jackson Christian will be coming back. Looks like Jack Collins on deck over there. Mind you that our scoreboard sponsor is Thompson & Smith. This game also brought to you by Carlock Nissan, the Tennessee National Guard, Aloha Pools, and I wished I had an Aloha Pool today right here at the ballpark, Elite Dental, McCoy's Heating and Air, Hub City Deli, Kaufman's Furniture, Arrington Funeral Directors, Bank of Jackson, King Jewelers, Lonnie Cobb, Ford, Nest Realty. Go by and get you some great running shoes from Fleet Feet. And don't forget about, you can get a free gift if you mention the BallGame Blitz at Red Hooks. What a great eating spot. Joe Gracie's coming down to my house, my Marine buddy, to get him some food from Red Hooks. Jack Collins up there. He's in right field now. Hits it on the ground to the shortstop. Stays low, shortstop flips it over that. It looks like Jenkins for the first out of the inning. Goes shortstop to first, which would be, and Klein is at first now. We will tell you that. Or no, that's not Klein at first. We'll get it all straight here in a minute. That's Kosar at first. They have moved some people around. With injuries, you have to do things like that. 1 out in the inning. Zach Creasy up there. Zach flat out his last time up to the center fielder. Has a double on the day. He's walked. He's 1 for 2. Here's one drilled up the middle. Gets by the second baseman, giving a good effort. Creasy on with his second hit of the day, a single. And that'll bring up Austin Kelly, who got everything started in the 5th inning with a big double, and then he scored. Let's see what happens here with Austin Kelly. He's back towards the back of the box, but has a stride that keeps his front foot above the plate some. Good center field shot. That's Eric out there. Bryson and Eric have worked the cameras for us today. I believe that did get him. Got him right on the elbow. So that puts runners at first and second with no outs. And you don't want your pitcher hit, but at least it was the elbow that he doesn't throw with. And waiting to come to the plate is a very fine hitter in the mode of Easton Jones, the left fielder. Now he's 0 for 2 today, but he had a big sacrifice last inning. And we got another confab on the mound, confabulation, talking. And it's not about where we're going to eat after the ball game either. This is serious business. Pitching coach out there. Brian Jones is probably about 10 seconds away from heading out there. He's the home plate umpire. But he's not going to have to, because at the 8 count, they break the huddle. And no, this is not like major leagues, but you only give them so much time as the home plate umpire will start taking those steps out there. Runners at first and second. There's one out. Easton Jones, 0 for 2, but a big sacrifice the last time. 333 hitter, 10 RBIs. Outside. Now he's had 9 extra base hits this year. Make that 3 extra base hits. That's Zach Creasy that hit 9 extra base hits. Keep your facts straight, Coach. And they say that's a strike, and Easton is up kind of on top of the plate. One ball, one strike, one out, 2 runners on. Outfield straightaway, infield at double play depth. The pitch, the breaking ball outside. Girls softball team lost in a heartbreaker 3-2 yesterday to USJ. And it's on YouTube. On Worthy Road's YouTube. There's another pitch outside, 3-1. Middle school baseball won the area or district championship in middle schools. They'll play in the tournament. Here's the pitch. Popped up high. Let's see if we're tagging, because this one's going to be able to be gotten under. And we're going to tag, but we would have had to be in a little better position. So a long fly out. Left fielder camped under it. So 2 outs in the inning, and J.T. Mullins comes up with a chance to. He's only 0 for 1 today because he has walked twice. He has scored once. JT has a chance to put some more runs on the board for his team, hitting .286. He's had 3 extra base hits this year and 8 RBIs. This one hard on the ground. First baseman pull, the pitcher will have to go, and this one's going to be a tough call. I can make merit for an error. I can also make, and they're going to call it a hit, the official score does. So we'll give JT a hit. We're not going to argue with the official score. 7 hits now for Jackson Christian School and 5 runs, two runs and 3 hits for Fayette Academy. Sacks are jammed. No place to put anybody. And Wyatt Jones, the tough catcher, comes up there. Been on base twice with walks. He has struck out once. Wants a base hit here. This one may have gotten under it too much, fouls it off, but it's going to drift harmlessly out of play down the right field line. Wyatt had ideas, made connection, but didn't drive it into fair territory. So he's in the hole with the sacks jammed. Chase McLean at third coaching. And strike 2. Todd Lumley at first, Brian Bullard, the bench coach, or dugout coach if you prefer that term. Wanting a chance to hit is Carson Holt. Says, save me a bat, Wyatt. 0-2, though, with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Curveball in the dirt. And we were wanting to be aggressive, but trust me, Zach, you were wise not to go, because that one wasn't far enough away. Would have been like the old umpire we used to have here, Reverend Voigtman. When you'd slide in, he'd put his finger down and said, you're a dead duck. But Zach didn't come. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and may have been tipped, but it's still strike 3 no matter what. The inning over. and we're going to leave the sacks jammed. But at the end of 6, it's 5-2. Jackson Christian leads. Let's take that timeout on the Jackson Christian Worthy Road Studios Network.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing Deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
We are back here for the top of the 7th. To keep this game going, Fayette Academy needs 3 runs. They have 2 runs, 3 hits, and no errors. Jackson Christian has 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. And actually, there are some errors there. We'll count those a little later. The scoreboard sometimes is generous. Up to bat, leading off, Jake Grant, the senior center fielder, followed by senior Eason Wells, and then the sophomore be Marcus Bergogas. If needed, the top of the order, and Carson Klein would be the 4th hitter in this inning. Grant is 0 for 2. Austin Kelly has gone 6 innings. This will be his 7th inning of work. Again, we don't have the pitch count from Game Changer today. We'll be at the softball field for Jackson Christian ladies tomorrow. This one fouled off as they have a game tomorrow. And I need to check with Eric over here. How's the tennis team play yesterday or today? Okay, Jason Shelton here, he said he didn't think they had played. So it's 0-2 now. Try to give everybody credit. I think we've got a soccer game next week. It'll be senior day. That'll be here on the Thursday, and they play here Thursday. There's a strikeout right there. Austin Kelly, after one inning that he looked like he had weakened a little bit, has gotten stronger. First out of the inning. I've got him with 4 strikeouts, but we'll count and check, make sure. Here's one hit out into the outfield. Will he get there? Oh, JT got there. He had change to spare. He could have whistled Dixie and chewed a pack of gum and still caught that one. So there's 2 outs in the inning. Number 16 coming up to the plate. And, of course, that's Bargosi. Bargos. I got it wrong. There's no E on it. Coach Patterson told me that. That's my fault. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's 2 out in the inning. Kelly would love to end it on a strikeout. And I am correct. I have 4 strikeouts. Now in a ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. And one of our younger tennis players just walked up beside me here. And she's a good one. This one fouled off. Jack Collins, like a speeding bullet, gave chase, and I guarantee he'd drilled a hole in our wall if Jack had hit that. He may only be around 155 pounds or so, but that boy is dynamite out there. He is when he hits you on the field. Defensive back definitely saved one game with a interception in the end zone. Daniel Green, big H-back, tight end, outside linebacker. Here's the 2-2 pitch. White framed it well. The umpire said it was outside by millimicron. Wow, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs Austin Kelly's pitch. Fouled, popped up. Started to say it was fouled away. Jack Collins has got it. Sticks the mitt up, puts it away. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. 2 runs, 3 hits for Fayette Academy. 5 runs, 7 hits. You got a final. Austin Kelly, the winning pitcher today. We're going to take a quick timeout, and when we come back, we'll wrap up this contest.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way. Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
While I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
And we are back for the Great American Sports post-game show. Jackson Christian comes out on top 5-2 today. And a great game pitched by Austin Kelly. Austin only gave up 3 hits. Scattered 2 runs. For Fayette Academy, their big hitter and starting pitcher, but something either with a finger or hand he had to come out, was Luke Jenkins. He went 2 for 3 today. He had a triple his first time up, a double his second time up, and a great effort for him as they only had 3 hits. He had 2 of them. For Jackson Christian School with the 5 runs, they had 7 hits. Zach Creasy had a big day. He was 2 for 3. He had a double and a single. Austin Kelly was 1 for 3, but he had hit the double that in the 5th got us started, and he got over with a wild pitch and then scored. The other hitter for the day, Reed Cooper, had 2 hits. He was 2 for 3. And, of course, Reed scored a run in this contest. Austin scored a run. J.T. Mullen scored a run. I believe Collins running for Jones or either Hastings. Would have to look at the exact stuff. Hastings scored 1, Collins scored 1, running for Wyatt Jones, the catcher, who was on with 2 walks. 5-7-0 for the Eagles against a fine Viking team. Both these teams, of course, they've got another week or so of play, will advance on to tournament play. And you can see the young men working on the field. You just don't get to run off and go take a shower or go home after a ball game. When you're the home team, you have duties to work on the field, things like that. And if this is Rodney Patterson's last game to be coached that I will get to call, Rodney, thank you for all your help. He always gets us rosters and information. And, of course, he's the brother of Steve Patterson, who fine basketball coach in his own right. But the Patterson boys, good guys. And, of course, our coaching staff, wonderful human beings. Brian Bullard, my color man in basketball, coaches football and baseball. Todd Lumley, he's a retired educator, much like I am, but a great coach at one time at Peabody. He and I also used to do football games together on radio a long time ago, but Todd, a great guy, and we are proud to have those people as associates. Now they've stirred the dust up on me. When you drag the field, it's going to stir up a little dust. And remind you that all of our great sponsors, please thank them. Say, hey, we appreciate you bringing Jackson Christian baseball and all the sports of the other schools we do to you, because without them, somebody would be charging you, especially the National Federation, a fee. And trust me, they don't give you the quality of camera work that Worthy Road Studios does. Now, Alyssa has done a magnificent job over there with the production and switching and things like that. Paul, the executive director, producer, and he does a great job. And, of course, we've had two different cameramen today. We've had Christian Bryson and Eric Inman. Eric's got an error, though, because he didn't catch that ball a while ago, and we'd like to tease him about that. We will remind you that this is a copyright broadcast for 2023 to Worthy Road Studios, and also that this copyright broadcast will be on YouTube tonight. It was on Jackson Christian today, and the replay will be up there forever. And two other important things. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or further use of this contest without the express, and I do mean express, written consent of Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz is prohibited. For a great crew and two great schools, it's time to say thanks for your time. This time till next time. Good day, y'all.
The BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios. With over 750,000 views in 2022, we are where you need to advertise. Please subscribe to our Worthy Road Studios YouTube channel and join the other 4,000 subscribers watching local sports, including Union University, USJ, TCA, Jackson Christian, and Peabody. Our multi-camera broadcasts include slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. BallGame Blitz Sports Network by Worthy Road Studios, the premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.